the first time and to see how many viewers there were. I'm going to do a live on YouTube to do almost the exact same type of thing and for the same amount of time. And then I'm going to see and compare the notes. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this around because what I was basically doing on TikTok was just going through some of the snakes that we had in the rack that were going to be gone soon, and I wasn't going to be able to see them anymore, and I wanted to show them to a few people. So basically that's what I was doing. So I don't expect a lot of people to get on here. To be truthful, I haven't had that many people get on the lives on YouTube that I did, so that's why I haven't really done that many lives. Plus it's late at night. It's 10 o'clock here in California right now, so it's going to be less people anyhow. I did the TikTok one at about 9:30. So basically what we're looking at here is my first holdback of 2021. Okay. I think we named her. I just can't remember her name now for some reason. But anyhow, she was a product of putting together Kelly, who's a Spectre yellow belly known as a super stripe, and Michael Scott, who is a pastel coral glow 100% het pied. So what I believe this to be is a pastel yellow belly coral glow pos het pied. So she is definitely one of the best coral glows, best looking coral glows that I've produced. I've produced a few of them. And for people who don't know what this is, it's a ball python. It's a reptile. It's a snake. And they get their name because they do like to ball up. A lot of my ball pythons don't ball up. I have to make them get into a ball like I'm doing right now with her. Just because I handle my snakes. They're socialized and they're not really scared of people anymore. By the time I ship a snake to somebody, it's been held probably at least 7 or 8 times so that it's not like super head shy. So I'm going to sit this one down here and I'm going to just go show you what an adult uh, male like her father. I'm going to show you what her father looks like now. And he is probably right around, I want to say 2 to 3 years old, going on 3 years at least, because I've had him at least a year. And I think he might have been a year old. So okay, so he looks like he's starting to go in a shed. Maybe like it's his first day or two. And so basically, he was a little bit brighter when I got him. He has faded out a little bit since I've had him. So he's now kind of like a muted yellow, and all the grays have gotten a little bit darker, and the undertones. But then the freckles, he's got a lot more freckles. These are all freckles right here. So these are not bugs or dirt on my snake. They develop freckles after time. So like this little snake down here has maybe 2 or 3, and they're super light. You can barely see them until you hold it up to the camera like that, and then you can finally see him. But Michael Scott right here has made 2 clutches for me over 2 years, so one last year, one this year so far. But he has also been paired this year to several other females because I really like what Yellow Belly does to the coral glow. It makes it just pop. So I've put coral glow or Yellow Belly into several coral glow projects this year, and then also some of them will be het and pos het pied. So basically what I want to do with this snake is I want to make Yellow Belly Coral Glow pieds. So I'm going to show you basically what I made this last season, minus the Yellow Belly. Okay. So this one right here is Sabine Wren, and she is a pastel coral glow pied. And she had hypo? No, I don't think she's had hypo. No, she's not. She's not head hypo. I want her to be head hypo so bad, but she's not. But anyhow, this is what I'm going to make that one look like over there. So it'll just, those yellows will be just brighter, and the oranges will be oranger. And then it'll keep when it fades out. See those two together? Wouldn't that be amazing if this was in a pied? Right? And look, now you can see her freckles. She's got little tiny freckles. They just came in about 2 weeks ago. And I really love how the oranges around her markings, there's like yellow stripes, but then an orange outline on those. There's like a highlighted. You can't really see it on here. Oh, there. It's so hard to see with these cameras. But it's really beautiful. Okay, so this is probably one of my favorite hatchlings from last year. Not super exciting to a lot of people, but to me, I really think she's beautiful. She is a fire Mojave. What the heck is she? Leopard, and then possible het pied and clown. So the leopard just really destroys that pattern, makes it go all the way around on her, just so beautiful. And then clean, the belly's super clean. And usually leopards, these are all checked up on a leopard, usually. But the Mojave and the fire, I don't know, maybe that had some influence on it. And then she's also scaleless head. She has gold eyes. The eyes of gold. Look at those golden eyes. Oh, come on, look at the camera. There you go. Don't stare into the eyes of Ra. Actually, her name is Ursula. So just to show you what a leopard would normally look like without fire and without Mojave. So this is a ball python, people. But they just have funny names. The different patterns and the colors, they call them morphs. So I'm going to show you what this morph as a leopard without fire and Mojave looks like. And I'll show you the difference in the belly. Okay, so here we have a leopard that's also scaleless head. It also has the golden eyes. That's kind of a leopard thing too. And then they've got really high, like yellows on the side belly here. See that? They're really, really high yellows. But then when you look at the bottom, usually leopards are checked like this. Really, really checking on the bellies like this. This is a pretty good example. I've had a few people tell me. And then this one down here, it's also leopard. But then those other genes changed the color and changed the pattern. But these were two of my favorites. They're both holdbacks from last season. And then I put this leopard up on Morph Market a few weeks back. And I'm just interested to see if they're going to crawl in this hide. I put this hide in here on purpose to see if, they get away from the light, because they always crawl to the back where the there's like a cloth hanging down that I usually pull up and like mute it out. But I have it hanging down in the back, and it makes a shadow along the whole back. So they always crawl towards it because there's a shadow, and they always crawl towards the dark, right? But I thought maybe if I put this in here, once they do that lap, and they'll come around and crawl back in here. So I'm trying to get a snake to do it, and I have yet to do it. I've had like 10 snakes in here in this situation like this. Now, of course, people, these are two females, okay? I would never put two males in together, especially getting to be this size, just so people understand that they should not do that. You should not cohabitat your snakes. I very rarely put multiple snakes together like this that aren't hatchlings or young snakes. I definitely don't put two males together of this age because they would fight or something. It's just not good. And then also, if I hatch them here and these are my hatchlings, yeah, I'm okay putting a couple females in here together. Otherwise, I would clean all this out, sanitize it, sanitize that, then put another snake in here. So I would never put snakes in here out of my holding area, my quarantine area. They would never come in here. I take my equipment out there, like my lamp and my phone. I don't do it in my light box. And then never like cross contaminate. So if you have like a green tree boa, I'm not going to stick a corn snake in there with it or a ball python in with it. I just wouldn't put different species together just because I'd be scared that they would transmit something to each other. So always clean up your area. I just learned recently that you should be cleaning your feeding tongs between animals each time you feed to a different animal, unless I'm just going through my hatchling rack and they're all just the same animals that I just hatched. I'm now sterilizing my tongs between my other animals that aren't hatchlings. So basically, I wanted to show how big 19 has gotten. She is getting very big and changing just month after month the different colorations and her pattern. She's probably next to the coral gloves of my snakes, my hatchlings. She's probably changed the most. So it's been kind of fun to have her around and watching her grow and change. See, they go right to that because there's a little shadow there. They always go back and hide behind that just a little bit, and then they do a hot lap around here. Okay, anyhow, I just wanted to wrap this up and check out the stats on the differences between TikTok Live and YouTube Live. And then what I'll do is I'll actually put up whatever I find out in the comments. I'll just type in a comment myself and comment on the video if you're really interested to find out the differences there. There she is. World's first combo. Looking at it right there, people. Can you believe your eyes? This is the first one you've ever seen that looks just like that. She's a beauty. And you know what? She's probably going to end up staying here. And she's probably going to be the mother to the super etchy, super chocolate visual hypo. And I had to force feed this snake 7 times, I think it was. I didn't give up on her. Oh, 19. I never gave up on you. All right, I better put her away. She's looking like she's freaking.